Every person's face is different. So in this world, one should not trust any person at all. No one is one's own here. How can success be achieved by removing the thoughts of others from the mind and making oneself intelligent? On this topic, I will tell you the story of a famous monk today. So let's start the story. Friends, the people here whom you consider your own, you think that your friends, your relatives are your own, you think that your wife, your children are your own, then you are making a big mistake. Because in this world, no one is your own. No one belongs to anyone, nor do you belong to anyone. The biggest sorrow of this world is that everyone here is my own, and this is the reason why you are always sad. You think that there is sorrow in your life due to enemies and foes, but more sorrow than that is given to us by our own people in our life. Those who lose their lives, their own people give them to us. The biggest reason for losing life is the sadness given by their loved ones. We always think that we are doing it for our loved ones. Whatever we are doing it for our family. We are always busy fulfilling the wishes of others because we want that those whom we consider our own should always be happy. They should not lack anything. Their life should be full of happiness, and for that, whatever sacrifice we have to make, we are ready to sacrifice that too. We even forget to live our life, and for the happiness of our loved ones, we keep working hard our whole life, keep wearing out our life like this. But when you try to fulfill any of your wishes after fulfilling their wishes, then they start calling themselves selfish, get angry with you, do not even talk to you, raise various kinds of questions on you. But when we raise our fingers, we realize that everything we have done has gone to waste. Then our heart gets hurt deeply, and then we realize that we have no one of our own here. You must have experienced this sometime in your life because it is natural, and it happens to everyone. The only reason for this is that we are never able to see the truth because there is no one of our own here. And as soon as you call someone your own, consider him your own, he becomes someone else. That is, he becomes someone else because your own is someone else whom you never see, whom you never meet, and you never talk to him, nor do you ever listen to him. He is the closest to you. He is your own. But you neither consider him your own, nor can you ever understand him. All your relationships in this world are selfish, the ones you are giving to your own. Just take it back and see, or stop giving them what you want to give them, or what they want to get. Then you will definitely see others instead of your own people, and then you will also start believing that you have no one of your own. It is a matter of long time ago. A young man lived in a town who was very upset with his own people, due to which he wanted to end his life, and he reached the bank of a river to end his life. When he was about to jump into that river, then a guru reached there and said to that young man, "What is the matter, son? Don't you like life? Why are you destroying such a precious life?" This person sadly says to that Guruvar, "O Guruvar, I considered them mine all my life, whose every wish I fulfilled, for whom I gave away everything. Today, I have only this wish, that those people respect me today when I give them something. I am not worthy, so they destroyed everything I have done. They say, 'What have you done for me?' Hearing this, I feel that my whole life has been wasted. I have wasted my life in useless struggles." Then many kinds of questions started arising in my mind, and I started thinking that who is here, who is mine? After all, for whom was I doing all this? And if I have not done anything for them, then what is the point of my being alive? It is better that I end my life here. The Guru listened to all the things said by that young man carefully, and after that he says to that young man, "Son, there is a person here who is only and only yours. He is your own. His and your relationship is not based on any selfishness. He does not ask for anything from you. He is always ready to give you something." Hearing this, the person was a little surprised. I could not understand who is that person who is there for me and who wants to give me everything. After thinking for some time, he says to that Gurudev, "Gurudev, what do you want to say? Who is that person who is not selfish and who wants to give me something?" Further, that young man says to that Gurudev, "Gurudev, I know all the people. I know all my loved ones, my friends, relatives, colleagues, my enemies, and even my family members. I know them all very well. Among all of them, I know those who are special to me, who are my own, very well. But there is no one among them as you are telling me." On this, that Guru says to that young man, "Son, you do not know him, but he is your own who has always given you something or the other, but you have neither seen him nor heard anything from him." On this, that person was very surprised. He could not understand that. After all, who is that person whom he does not know and whom he does not listen to? Then he says to Guruvar, "Hey Guruvar, after all, who is that person? Please tell me. I want to meet him. I want to listen to his words. I also want to see who is that person who is my own and whom I could not meet." On this, Guruvar takes that person to a cave. That cave was very big, and there was dense darkness inside. That Guruvar takes that person inside the cave, and after making him sit in that cave, he immediately goes out of the cave and closes the mouth of the cave. As soon as that Guruvar closed the mouth of that cave, that young man started shouting loudly, and the same young man says, "Oh Guruvar, you have closed the mouth of this door. I want to come out. Take me out. I am suffocating here. Open the door, Guruvar." That is Guruvar, shouting loudly from outside. He says to that young man, "Son, all your own people are like this." He is telling you, they leave you in trouble like this. The same person kept on shouting loudly from inside that, "Take me out, take me out. I want to get out of here." But the Guru did not listen to the young man. He was standing at the door of the cave, but he did not open the door of the cave even once. Then the voice of that person shouting loudly came from inside. He was saying, "Guruvar, you also turned out to be like others. You also left me in trouble like this and ran away." Then the Guruvar says to the young man, "Son, those whom you consider your own, those whom you love, they are all strangers to you. No matter how much you cry, no matter how much you plead, no one in this world cares. No matter how big a problem comes upon you, they are not worried about this. They only see their own self-interest. They will stand with you only as long as you are useful to them." Saying this, the Guruvar became calm, and after some time, the sounds of screaming and shouting from that cave also stopped. That young man was sitting at the door of that cave and crying, and was thinking in his mind that, where did I get stuck here? That Guruvar left me in this dark cave and ran away. Now, how do I get out of here? The same person was crying over his situation, but after some time, he suddenly calmed down and decided that he will get out of this cave. He will find another way out of this cave. Thinking this, he stood up once again and started looking for a way out of that cave in the darkness of the cave. And after about 4 to 5 hours, finally that person found another way which could take him out of that cave. He somehow got out of that cave, and he reached the same way by which he had entered the cave. Then he saw that Guruvar was still sitting outside. Seeing this, he got very angry with that Guruvar, and he reached that Guruvar in anger. And he started saying to the Guru, "Are you mad? Why did you lock me in this cave?" If I had died, then the Guruvar said to that young man, "Son, calm down and answer my questions. You will get the answer to your questions." On this, the young man calmed down a bit. On this, the Guruvar asked the young man, "Son, tell me who brought you out of this cave." That person angrily said to those gurus, "Who will bring you out? I was the only one in that cave, and I brought myself out." On this, the Guruvar started smiling and said to the young man, "See, after all, we are our own. We save ourselves. We take care of ourselves. We worry about ourselves, and we are the closest to ourselves. We are our own, and everyone else is, as you said. You yourself have brought yourself out of this cave. Similarly, you have lived with yourself throughout your life. You live with yourself. When you face some trouble, no one supports you. Even then, you stand with yourself. You never leave yourself. Then why do you look for affinity in others? Just think for a moment. What will happen to others if you could not be your own? Then all the anger of that person got calmed after listening to the voice of that Guruvar. And he had understood the words of that Guruvar very well. He said to that Guruvar, "Guruvar, you are right. Your words are absolutely correct. But apart from me, in my family there are my parents, siblings, wife and children. They are also my own." After listening to this, that Guruvar says to that young man, "Son, you come with me. I will show you something." Saying this, that Guruvar takes him by the hand and takes him to a cremation ground. And after some time, some people brought a bier on which the body of an old man was lying, pointing towards it. The Guruvar said to that young man, they say, "Son, tell me one thing. Look at the person who has died. His grave must have reached many people, but only a few of them have reached the crematorium here. And now these people will place this man on this pyre and will commit him to flames, and you will definitely find some of this person's own people here. Some will be his friends, some will be his family members, some will be his children. You will see tears in the eyes of some will be seen sharing knowledge with you without tears, and as soon as this pyre starts burning, everyone will leave from here and will forget this person forever." Shortly after that, Guruvar said this, those people laid that dead person on the pyre and committed him to flames. As soon as the pyre started burning, immediately some people started leaving for home after washing their hands. Then the Guruvar says to that young man, "Son, see who would be closest to this person, whom he would call his own. He must have believed that he will be the last one to leave from here, and in no time all the people left from there. But one person who was left outside was the son of the person who was burnt in the pyre, but after some time he also left from there." Then the Guruvar says to that person, "See, here no one is our own, no one supports us, all the relations are of this world only. We come alone and go alone. We bring ourselves with us and go back with ourselves, but we never get to meet ourselves. And this is the biggest misfortune of our life. The one who takes care of us throughout our life, listens to our words, helps us in our work, stands with us in every problem, every trouble. We do not want to meet him, nor do we ever consider him our own. In the same way, you also neither know yourself nor believe in yourself. Rather, instead of believing in yourself, you have considered this world as your own. Look at the pyre. The wife of the person who is being burnt in this pyre will mourn for 4 days, and his mother for 8 days. Then they will also forget about it and get busy in their lives." Then the young man says to the Guru, "O Guru, whatever you are saying is true, but I have one more question in my mind." Then the Guru says, "Ask what you want to ask." On this, the young man says, "O Guru, if I am my own and I have to take care of myself and know myself, recognize myself, I have to listen to myself and stand by myself, then should I leave my parents, brothers, sisters, wife and children, because they are others, not my own?" On this, the Guru started smiling and says to the young man, "Son, when did I say that you should leave your parents, brothers, sisters, wife and children? I am just telling you that the day you leave yourself, you will know yourself, you will recognize yourself, and the day you will meet yourself from that day onwards, you will never think that you will get something in return for whatever you are doing." Then the young man was surprised to hear Guruvar's voice. He was not able to understand what Guruvar wanted to say. Then the young man says to Guruvar, "O Guruvar, on one hand you are saying that they are not your own, and on the other hand you are also saying that don't leave them. I am not able to understand what you want to say." In reply to this, Guru Var says to the young man, "Son, the day you meet yourself, from that day onwards, you will not be sad for anyone else, because then whatever you do for them, you will not do it, thinking that you will get something in the future. Just a while ago you were crying, thinking that whatever you have done for them, you have not asked anything from them in return till date. You have only asked for a little from them. You want respect, but they are not giving you respect, and this feeling is hurting you. But when you come to know yourself, then this feeling will also go away from within you, and then you will not keep any hope from anyone, and neither your hopes will be broken, nor will you ever get hurt. Whomever you call your own, they are connected to you for their selfish reasons, and whatever you do for them, you are not giving them anything. Even in what you are doing, your selfishness is hidden, because in return of whatever you are doing for them, you also want something from them, and if they do not give you what you want, then immediately a flood of questions starts rising inside you. You start thinking that I have done so much for them, but they do not want to do anything for me. They do not want to give me anything. That is why, in this world, if someone is ours, then it is we ourselves. We are our own, and we are always with ourselves. Saying this, the Guru became silent, and now that young man had also understood the words of that Guru very well. That young man bowed to that Guru and returned to his home. From now on, he used to live happily with his family. He used to do everything for his family, but did not have any expectation that he will get anything in return. Rather, he used to be happy with himself, and now he did not worry about anything, nor did he have any worries about anyone. There was no sadness in this matter, but friends, most of us do not want to be happy intentionally. We are only engaged in making others feel that only because of you today, I am so sad, I am upset, I am worried. We are engaged in making them feel that we have done a lot for you, but you have not done anything for us. We start imprisoning those whom we consider our own. We want them to do as we want, and this is the biggest reason for our problem. This is the biggest reason for our sadness, and we also enjoy this. That is why we do not want to leave it. We want to keep others in our fist. We want that whoever is with us, whoever is our own, should only listen to us and only respect us. But in reality, nothing like this happens. Rather, you create an ocean of sorrows for yourself, and you keep drowning in that sorrow. The game of the world is unique. We keep searching for our loved ones in this world, forgetting ourselves, but we never get to meet them because only we are our own, and we don't want to know ourselves. We don't want to recognize ourselves. Friends, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Buddha's Beacon. Thank you.